Welcome to today's podcast, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Let me just check here. Please let me know where you're tuning in from. All right, let's get rolling. Thanks for joining in. All right. All right, come on in. For those new to my page, I am Coach Karen, and I help strong, capable men and women who know they're meant for more stop settling and confidently step into their next chapter without guilt, fear, or apology. Now, today's topic for episode 83 is I don't know keeping me from my greatest next move. Now, many people talk about the most important 3 words they want to hear, especially if they are in a relationship with a significant other, a parent, sibling, family member, or friend. And yes, I am speaking of the words, I love you. We often don't hear those words enough. And when we do, they may be hard to receive. What do you mean you love me? I hardly know you, may be the thought that comes to mind. What I've found recently is that my definition of love makes the biggest difference in how I am able to receive the words being said to me. Is the person saying it kind, generous, helpful, appreciative, loving, not just to me, but in general? Could this love simply mean I care for you, I appreciate you, or thank you? In that case, it's easier to accept. The doubt comes in when the person saying the words is inconsistent, unkind, selfish, seems a little shady, has an ulterior motive, possibly. I just don't trust what they do or say. And in that case, I take those 3 words with a grain of salt. As difficult as saying, I love you can be, another set of 3 words is way too easy to slip out of our mouths if we are not careful. And most of the time, they are a lie. The words are, I don't know. How often is this the go-to answer when we don't want to get into the weeds of a conversation, or when we are challenged to dive deeper into an area of our lives that isn't crystal clear? It actually may be a bit muddy. I don't know are also the words of choice when we are not sure of our next steps or don't feel comfortable expressing what we really think about a topic, especially if we know it may offend the person asking the question or reveal to them a different opinion that may not be too popular. I don't know is the phrase that leads to what the coaches at Sloth Zero mention in their article, The Paralysis of Choice, Unraveling the Link Between Indecisiveness and Procrastination. All right, let me check in. Thanks for being here, Ben. Now, most of us live in environments where making quick decisions is expected. Come on, let's go. Let's be efficient. Keep things rolling. But for those who don't want to necessarily go with the flow, don't want to be agreeable because everyone else is doing that, these quick decisions may lead to the I don't know response and ultimately lead to no active decision being made. Is this indecisiveness or procrastination? Now, indecisiveness at its core is the difficulty in making decisions or reaching conclusions. It's characterized by prolonged deliberation, second guessing, and an overwhelming fear of making the wrong choice. This state of mind can be triggered by various factors, such as perfectionism. The relentless pursuit of the perfect choice often leads to analysis paralysis. Another one is fear of failure. The anxiety associated with potential negative outcomes can make any decision difficult. Have any of you felt that, the fear of failure? How about overwhelm? An abundance of options can make choosing more difficult. It's like I have too many choices. Now I can't make a decision. Choice overload. And finally, low self-confidence. Doubting one's judgment can make even simple decisions feel daunting, like even trying to figure out what's for dinner. So if indecisiveness is the difficulty in making choices or reaching conclusions, we'll say procrastination can be seen as delaying or postponing tasks, putting things off, not because you don't know what to do, but often because we do know what to do. And some of these characteristics include decision avoidance. So when we're faced with a difficult choice, putting off the decision altogether becomes attractive, even though it may not be all that productive. It may not be the best option. Then there's analysis paralysis. I just like saying that. Analysis paralysis. That's when we keep gathering more and more information. Excessive information gathering and endless pros and cons lists can become a form of procrastination in themselves. So after a while, it's kind of another way to be stalling. Number 3, fear-driven inaction. The fear of making the wrong choice can lead to a complete halt in progress, as no action seems safer than a potentially incorrect one. That's when folks feel stuck, that stuck feeling. You know what you could do, what you can be doing, but that fear of making the wrong choice just keeps you right where you are, frozen. And finally, overwhelm-induced shutdown. When too many decisions pile up, the temptation to avoid them all grows stronger. It's just too much. I can't handle it. And essentially, folks check out. The more we procrastinate on making a decision, the more pressure we feel, which in turn makes the decision even harder to make. This can lead to increased stress and anxiety, missed opportunities as we wait for the perfect moment and the perfect circumstances. It can decrease our self-esteem. Have you ever felt like you can't get anything done and wonder, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. But your thinking is kind of keeping you stuck. Another one is reduced productivity. You're really not getting done what you could get done and what you are capable of getting done. And this also can lead to strained relationships, both personal and professional. People start to not rely on you, or they know that it's going to be a while before you make a decision. So they make it themselves. So there are a few steps I want to share with you to break down, to break the pattern of indecisiveness and procrastination. And, recognizing the link between indecisiveness and procrastination is the first step toward, breaking the cycle. And so here's some strategies. 1, set decision deadlines. Allocate a specific amount of time for making a decision and stick with it. That could be like, okay, you got 5 minutes to go to A or B. Pick one. Number 2, embrace good enough. Recognize that perfectionism is often not possible and that a good decision now is better than a perfect decision that may never come. 3, practice small decisions. Build your decision-making muscle. Just like anything else, we practice and build muscles. Build that decision-making muscle by making quick choices on smaller, less consequential matters. 4, limit information intake. You don't need as much information as you need. Yes, you want to be informed, But while being informed is important, set boundaries on how much information you need before making a choice. You can set a timeline for how much time you're going to give yourself to investigate. That might be a way to do it. 5, visualize the outcomes. I wanted to put this one as number 1, but sometimes it throws folks off. Instead of fearing the worst imaginable outcome, picture the positive outcomes to help you combat that anxiety that creeps up when we don't have all the answers. And rarely, if ever, will we have all of the answers, all of the potential outcomes when we make a decision. In the moment, we make the best one we can in that moment with the information we have. All right. Number 6, use decision-making frameworks. Tools like pros and cons lists or, other types of things can help us to kind of narrow down the choices. You can use those tools. Sometimes asking the opinion of others, but folks don't know everything that's going inside of you. And I want it to be your decision, not somebody else's decision. You can ask, around what the topic is, but you ultimately want that decision to be your own. Too often we succumb to what other people want and it becomes somebody else's decision and not ours. And finally, seek support. Ask for help. Sometimes talking through decisions with a trusted friend or mentor can provide clarity and confidence. They can give feedback, but ultimately, I want the decision to be yours. All right. Now, taking action is the way out of this reinforcing loop of indecisiveness and procrastination. Making a decision and not relying on, I don't know, gives us opportunities to grow and learn. Even though we may feel that we will die of embarrassment if our decision turns out to not be the best one, we're still here. And I hope learn from past decisions that didn't work out and those that did work out. You did not die of embarrassment. You didn't. You're still here. The outcome of our decisions are real world data, information, and feedback that inform future decisions. So just take it as feedback, even the failures. This can build confidence and increase productivity. All right. Thanks for being here. So the next time someone asks what you want to be when you grow up, or what's the plan for the next few months, instead of falling back on, I don't know, and analyzing every angle of what you can say or do, take action. When the urge to have all the answers before making your next move kicks in, remind yourself that it's about progress, not perfection. The results, whether a big success or not so much, they give us information and for how we can make our next move. So essentially, don't let perfection keep you stuck. You've got this. All right, check in. All right. Yes, see failures as feedback. Thanks, Bryn. Indeed. All right. Well, for you all who are joining me, thanks for joining in. And I just want to let you know that I have a masterclass tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern. It's a virtual masterclass. And I've been looking at so many things today that, I think the masterclass will be a nice segue into what we talked about today. It's called Scrap the Cape. Now, the cape as in the one that we superheroes and sheroes wear when we're taking care of everybody else's business, except our own. We are putting our needs on hold to help others. So it's called Scrap the Cape, 3 easy steps to crush procrastination and kickstart action. Now, if you are interested in, want to join the masterclass, please send me a direct message or put it in the chat ready, and I will send you the link to register and the Zoom link. All right. Well, as always, I will encourage you. Thanks for joining in. And as always, I will encourage you to unleash your brilliance, uncover your light. The world is still waiting for you. Let them have it. All right. Have a great day. Have a great week.